Okay, so I'm gonna speed through the rest of this battle. I've decided that any battle, now that we've seen most of the battles, the basic kind of battles, unless there's something interesting, or if it's just another case of me, another war of attrition where I use barley just to get through people like this, I'll speed through it because it can be a little bit boring to watch the same thing over and over. So I'm going in with Winston here, even though he has barely any troops. But again, it's a matter of using your mages in, I suppose, a cheap way, but particularly when you're a nation like Tradnoa, you don't have much in the way of melee units to begin with. Other units like nations like Highland, their basic units are soldiers, and Bozak has beast men, but Tradnoa's basic unit are mages, so you really have to work with what you've got. Things open up a lot more later on in the game when you get more scrolls, which let you just change up your units, and also the more units you start recruiting from other nations who start with other basic units. Then you get a little bit more free, but certainly in the beginning of the game for Tradnoa, you don't have to. You can be a little bit more hardcore, but I like to play it safe. Okay, I think this is the first time we've fought this guy, so I'm leaving the battle in at normal speed. Besides, we get to see one of his abilities, and it's a spell we haven't seen yet. His name is Kanemito, so obviously he's originally from the Izumo Kingdom. Let me find his biography. Kanemitsu. He is a samurai. His element is fire. His starting level is 5. He's really fugly. It doesn't say that, but he is. His age is 68. He's male, human, and he's born in Izumo. In his biography it says he's a tired old man. Wow, that's kind of harsh. I'm pretty sure monks are strong against Ashigaru, which is why I'm doing quite well here, surprisingly. Okay, he lost in a like swordsmanship competition, and he couldn't accept the the glares of contempt from his peers, so he ran away from his country. Because he doesn't want to have to show his face to people he once knew. So I suppose that's why you find him outside of Izumo. I think I'm reading this all from the official guidebook, obviously in Japanese, but it's really, really interesting because it has all of these biographies for every character in the game, which, as far as I know, I don't think are written in the game anywhere, unless I'm just missing it. Obviously you can talk to the with Kaiken, but it's not even in the instruction manual, so I think if you didn't have this, I'm not really sure how you'd know all these well, you don't need to know these things, but it's interesting. Also, that's where I'm getting all the I think I said this already, but that's where I'm getting the romanizations for example, Tradnoa instead of Tradnoa, and Sanith. Because Sanith, in Japanese, Sanith's name is Sanisu, which could be a myriad of things when you put it into English. The worst of which would probably be Sanith, which sounds kind of like a lisp, but so that's why I'm taking it as Sanith. Okay, so things have descended to a regular war of attrition. I'm sorry it's not that interesting to watch. There'll be less of this as my generals get stronger and get better units as well. So things ended in a draw, which is a fairly common theme with barley. Okay, so the only person they have left is Kanemito, so they're sending him out again. And Since I want to level Sanith up a bit more, I'm gonna send her out again. But this shouldn't take long. Okay, so that's this army defeated. And now we can finally make it to go and see Adelbach. Sanith leveled up, and Winston leveled up, and Sanith leveled up again. And that's all. So now we'll go on to the capital of Tristan.
Tristanの王さよ、ご機嫌よろしゅう。
お前はトラッドノアの王が訪ねてきたと聞いたはずだが。
王のレノックスは私のお父様ですが、今は私が代理を務めております。サニスと申します。
そして僕はサニス様の副官シェファードです。アデルバッハ王お見知りおきを。
娘であったか。こいつは驚いた。
王様、素敵な仮面をつけてらっしゃるのね。それは何の仮面なの？王様、どうなされました？私の顔を見つめて。私の顔に何かついてます？それとも、何か失敗したかしら？
似ている。娘に生き写しだ。あの子が亡くなってから一日として忘れたことのないあのおかげ。
王様、聞こえてますか？おーい。
サニス様、恥ずかしいことはおやめください。
転生、奴の仕業か。まさかな。しかし、
参りました。どういたしましょう。これじゃ要件が切り出せませんよ。
サニス王子、失礼だがおいくつかな？
年ですか？15歳でございます。それが何か
？15歳。年頃も同じくらいだ。すまない。私の娘と同じくらいの年だと。
そうなんですか。よかったらお会いしてみたいです。お友達になれるかも。
そうだな。きっといい友達になってもらえただろうが。残念ながら娘はもうこの世には。
ごめんなさい。そうだったんですか。私知らずに。
いいんだ。娘もあなたのように素直で明るい子だ。そっくりだ。時に私に用とは？
実はこのお供に連れている機械、カトマンドゥ君のことなんですが。
かなり古いもののようだが、どうやら現代の技術で作られたものではない。
悪い。
話もするのか。大したもんだ。
修理が必要なんです。機械帝国と謳われるトリスタンならきっと直せるだろうと聞いて。
これはなかなかよくできている。動力は何だろうか。
動力。
ああ、確かにひどいな。
そうなんですよ。とりあえずの修理はしてみたのですが。
なんとかできませんか、アデルバッハ様。
そうだな。そなたの国の魔法技術を多少供与してくれれば考えないこともない。
トラッドノアの魔法を？いいでしょう。お教えしますわ。
サニス様、そんなに簡単に返事をしていいのですか？アデルバッハ王はレジェンドラ制覇の野望があると聞いています。我が国の魔法を軍隊に利用するのでは。
大丈夫ですわ。平和利用していただけるようお願いして、私たちが見張っていれば。
そんな。
トラッドノアとトリスタンはお隣同士、仲良くしなければなりませんわ。ねえ王様、いけないことには使いませんよね。
これはレノックス王にも増して名君かもしれんぞ。よし、契約成立だ。トリスタンとトラッドノアは今より期日同盟を結ぶ。そいつの修理だが、海のそばに古い機械工場が、そこへ行ってみる。
ありがとうございます。
気をつけるのだぞ。
大丈夫です。私だってこれでも王の代理、軍隊だってちゃんとありますから。
しかし、よく似ている。また会いたいものだな、サニス王女。
And so Tradnoa and Tristan form an alliance. So now all of the castles that were occupied by Tristan are now part of our territory. In the scene just previous, we met Adelbach for the first time, and the reason he was surprised is that Sanith looks just like, or reminds him a lot of his daughter, who would have been about the same age but has passed away. So he's kind of caught up in that for a little bit. But then the reason that he decides to form an alliance, and after he's looked at Kathmandu and has agreed that he can fix him, he says that as long as Tradnoa, they form a trade alliance. Tradnoa will teach Tristan, they'll share their techniques for magic, and in return Tristan will share their technological knowledge. So it's kind of a bond between the two nations. Now, Adelbach says to take Kathmandu to this factory to repair him, but actually I made a mistake. If you bring Adelbach, he says he can't go in because his memories are too strong. So you have to leave Adelbach behind. So Adelbach has joined us now, and we can actually use him as a general in battles as well. And being one of the main monarchs, he's a very strong character, so that's a good thing. So instead, I'm just going to leave Adelbach here and go back to that factory with Sanith.
Saすが機械帝国トリスタン。こんな古い工場でも見たこともない進んだ機械が揃っていますね。
さて、修理いたしましょうか。
僕に扱えるかな。でもここまで来たらやってみるしかないですよね。
そういうことでございますね。
やりますよ。分かってますよ。これが補佐役の仕事かどうかは非常に疑問です。
え？何か言いましたシェファード？
いえ、何も。ままよ、なんとかなるだろう。なんとか終わりましたよ、サニス様。サニス様。
お父様。
もう眠ってる場合じゃ。
俺はカトマン。俺はカトマン。俺はカトマン。
お、治ったのか。
お前は。
ご挨拶ですね。君を治したシェファード、覚えておけよ。で、こちらに眠っておられるのが
サニス。
サニス様のお名前は覚えていたんですか。危険を冒してまでお前を治してくださったんだ。
歩い
て。やれやれ、どこまで分かっているのか。
歩いてくる。外。
おや、こんなところにいたのかい、カトマンデ。
お前は確か
そうさ、お互い運よく長い眠りから覚めたらしい。
長い。そうか。俺は